If you regularly find yourself needing to quickly smooth out a hot pot of soup or whip up a fast sauce, a handheld blender is easily one of the most efficient tools you can own. Moving boiling liquids from a stock pot into a countertop blender is messy, completely breaks your prep rhythm, and leaves you with a bulky glass pitcher to scrub out afterward. But shopping for one of these has gotten complicated. The market has fractured, expanding far beyond basic motorized sticks into highly specialized categories. Today, they fall into three distinct camps: multi-appliance replacement systems, premium cordless wands, and focused minimalist blending sticks. Buying based entirely on whichever box prints the highest raw motor wattage is a trap. That approach often leads to paying a premium for extensive attachment kits you will never actually take out of the drawer. We're going to break down the top 5 immersion blenders of 2026, mapping each specific design archetype to a concrete kitchen workflow. Finding the right fit requires taking an honest look at your available storage space and the meals you actually cook week to week. That's the only way to guarantee this tool stays on your counter instead of gathering dust. We'll start at the heavy-duty end of the spectrum, the multi-tool powerhouses. This group includes the 1100-watt Turelar and the licensed MasterChef 3-in-1 system. This diagram illustrates what gives the Turelar an edge: a full copper motor winding. Copper is highly efficient at transferring power and pulling heat away from the core, meaning this unit maintains high continuous torque even when driving through a dense, heavy puree. That heat dissipation gives you the headroom to work through large batch cooking sessions, like blending a massive pot of root vegetable soup, without the motor bogging down or overheating halfway through. Both of these models also come with extensive physical attachment ecosystems. They click quickly into a mini food processor bowl, an electric whisk, and a milk frother, all driven by the same main motor body. Managing that much raw power requires precision, which is why Turelar uses a trigger-based variable speed control. You squeeze lightly for a gentle blend or pull harder when you need maximum power, preventing aggressive splashing when you first drop the blade into a liquid. The trade-off for this capability is physical space. Storing a processor bowl, whisk, frother, and blending wand requires significantly more dedicated cabinet space than a standard stick blender. And despite pushing past 1,000 watts, the internal components are not engineered to repeatedly crush solid ice blocks or large frozen fruit chunks without risking damage. If you want this broad utility on a strict budget, the 400-watt MasterChef serves as a highly capable entry point, while the Turelar sits at the premium end for those who need serious torque. You should evaluate these kits strictly as multi-appliance replacements. If you trade compact storage to get rid of a standalone mixer and mini chopper, these deliver immense utility. For completely different workflow challenges, we move to the premium cordless category. The KitchenAid Go is designed specifically for home kitchens, where the stovetop isn't anywhere near a wall outlet. The entire system operates on a modular, removable 12-volt battery pack that charges via a standard USB-C cable. You aren't tethered to a proprietary charging dock, and you can easily replace the battery down the line if it degrades. This simulation shows how KitchenAid's 4-point blade operates. Multiple points of contact pull varied ingredients into a central vortex. The blender does the heavy lifting, delivering a perfectly smooth texture without you having to drag the wand around your cookware. KitchenAid also bundles this unit with a 5-piece accessory set, bringing its sheer utility right in line with the bulky corded multi-tools we just discussed. The included chopping attachment snaps on to process fresh herbs, hard cheeses, and nuts, letting you skip the hassle of pulling out a dedicated food processor for quick prep work. Going cordless does introduce a hard operational limit: battery life. If you're tackling back-to-back prep sessions or pureeing a massive volume of food, you have to monitor your runtime. It's important to note this KitchenAid listing currently carries geographic shipping restrictions, so you'll need to verify delivery availability for your location. Removing the physical cord eliminates the risk of snagging hot pot handles or knocking over glasses on your counter. That complete freedom of movement justifies the battery management and the higher premium price point. Finally, we arrive at the focused minimalists, the Cuisinart Smart Stick and the Bonsenkitchen. These models run on the highly targeted 300-watt DC motors. They trade the massive raw torque of the multi-tool class for extreme precision and low-profile designs. Cuisinart specifically engineered their DC motor to prioritize acoustics, It rapidly incorporates ingredients and powers through smoothies without the high-pitched mechanical whine or harsh vibrations you typically get from high-wattage blenders. Similarly, Bonsenkitchen engineered their housing to prioritize ergonomic balance. The weight distribution minimizes hand fatigue when you're holding the wand at awkward angles over a hot stove for several minutes. To protect the hardware, run the blender in 1-minute bursts, followed by a minute of rest, capping at 5 cycles before a 30-minute cooldown. Pushing continuously past this cycle rapidly builds internal heat, permanently degrading the appliance. You also have to respect physical material boundaries. These lighter blade sets are not built for whole dry spices, highly fibrous fruits, or solid avocado pits. Control is incredibly straightforward. They utilize basic 2-speed fingertip sliders, entirely eliminating any learning curve. You pick high or low, and you get a consistent, predictable result. Cuisinart backs their engineering with a limited 3-year warranty, providing a solid safety net for a tool you might use every single day. This minimalist class makes a specific deal with the user. You give up the ability to crush heavy ice and store 5 attachments, and in return, you get whisper-quiet operation, excellent handling, and consistent daily dependability. Finding the right tool means looking closely at your actual cooking habits, and this decision tree outlines the clearest paths forward. If you regularly cook in bulk and want one robust system to replace an aging hand mixer and a clunky food processor, the Turelar is the ideal match. If your kitchen layout forces you to prep away from wall outlets and you absolutely hate wrestling with cords over a hot stove, grab the KitchenAid Go. For cooks who prioritize minimal motor noise and want the reassurance of long-term warranty support, the Cuisinart Smart Stick is highly reliable. And if you want a comfortable, highly effective tool for daily prep tasks without spending a premium, the Bonsenkitchen delivers unbeatable value and excellent ergonomics. Just remember to double-check shipping restrictions and import details for your specific region before checking out. Real value lies beyond raw motor specs. The best investment is the model that fits your physical space and removes the most friction from your daily cooking routine.